kids.
Thank you, guys.
I'm just going to lean by the maracas. Do that. Is this okay? I feel like we're in the dating game right now.
Talk show. I like
On the other side of the curtain.
talk show.
LA Divine is out a week from tomorrow. Yay!
Yeah! Thank you. Hi, Zoe. Thank you.
What are we? What is that? 6th studio album?
6th. Number 6.
Could you ever have seen 6 back in the day? Do you think?
No way.
Not to mention like 90 EPs.
Uh-oh, are you
Yeah.
on?
I don't know if he's
I don't
on.
hear you.
Do we have a
Turn this
mouse?
guy on.
Tell him what I said.
I don't
He
know.
said,
Is it your
he
wire?
said what?
Not to mention, yeah.
No. What about this one? Try that.
The joke might not be funny anymore.
Real joke killer.
That's all right. I'll unfold my questions because I can't remember
I got two.
anything. I have no brain left. I want to talk about. Well, there's a bunch of things. Can we first talk about the Morrissey endorsement? I mean, I love Moz. Love Morrissey. There's a doll with a Morrissey pin on it.
Einstein doll.
Did he adopt you guys? What happened?
I wish.
I gave my Picasso doll away, so I had to buy an Einstein doll.
We got into the car this morning. Just it was like a Balky Bartakamus situation. We got in the car. Just what's that show called? Perfect Strangers.
Perfect
Odd
Strangers.
Couple.
Yes.
No, he got in the car this morning, and I was like, "Hey, Moss, I'm also wearing a Morrissey shirt."
Oh, it happened like that.
I think they're
But
both,
you know, there's
Yeah.
but it's not enough to be like, "Oh, I need to go change."
and I think they're
No,
both.
it's great.
I think they're both bootleg.
Look,
Morrissey
I
shirts.
love it. I was just overwhelmed with representation, so I was just asking,
You
what's-
know, there. I don't try to analyze it too much, but
Okay.
there have been those moments where I've been like, I think when you're going to be an artist that wants to be, it's entirely your own thing. But it's like, look, even like being here right now, I am very much like a kid that grew up like listening to KROQ and like listening, like it's impossible to just. I don't want to pretend like we just invented ourselves.
No,
you know what I mean? It's like we
I get
did
it.
come from the music that made us, and I think it's fun to represent those influences.
I love
like
it.
A fan.
The first song I ever taped off the radio was KROQ, "Shoplifters of the World."
United Take
Promise.
Over.
Yeah, that was the first. I swear it's true.
And you just like listen to it over and over again. And
Yeah, but I didn't have the intro because they faded in.
Oh, right.
But I had like the
And then one of us jokers probably talked over the intro anyway. So
Probably,
there's
yeah.
that. Because
ruined the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, let's talk because you guys, you're Southern California boys, and I would like to know what your face looked like the first time you heard your music on the radio, anywhere. Like, what was it?
What did your face look like?
What was it? Was
the
it like
viewers at home won't be able to see
Was
your
it that
face.
thing you do moment when they got out of the car and went freaked out?
The
and
thing
then-
is, like, not to be cool, but like I heard it. People say I heard it. I'm like, I haven't heard it. But until like a week or two in, I'm like, but I think my jaw dropped.
Yeah, we were very impressed. We
Are
were
you
very
still excited to hear
Yeah.
stuff? Or are you like over it?
I'm
now?
pretty sure
No.
I was in who is now our guitar player Dave Kwan's. I was in his mom's Darth Maulish looking Volkswagen Beetle with the red with the black interior, and I was pretty sure I was in his car, not with him. I was borrowing it at the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know why exactly, but there's something even about now, like hearing new songs, like hearing Love is Mystical on the radio. I'm like, whoa! I don't know why that is. Maybe just because I didn't like. I don't know why. It just feels like more. I get the tingle up my spine more.
Well, I think it's because all the hard work paid off.
Yeah.
And it like actually did what you intended it to do.
Yeah.
Is connect.
Yes.
Enough to be, added into radio, which, as we know, is ridiculous.
Oh my God! Yeah, I think that's why. I think the early one, like getting a song on local radio show, and it's like, oh, that's rad. But yeah, when you know how much goes into it, I'm just
Yeah.
repeating you. Yeah.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I played So Tied Up today on KROQ.
Thank you.
The track you did with Bishop Briggs. How did you guys connect with her?
I was driving around in my car, another KROQ endorsement, and like I was listening to KROQ, and I heard her Bishop Briggs song River, and I had it just like, oh my God, this is, and I don't experience that much, whereas I've never heard, and it kind of came totally out of nowhere to me, and I pulled over and listened to the rest of it, and you guys said that was Bishop Briggs, and I was like, oh my God, I want to have her sing on something. And so I wrote her on Twitter. She wrote back, and we had it, and it became a thing. She was a mutual fan, mutually admiring artist. And I think that alone is sort of like hard to come by in a way, to have like you know, we're picky. We don't like that many other people, and when you reach out to somebody that, you know, comes with that little bit of like kind of vulnerability, fear of like, what if they're like, oh, cool, well, yeah, I don't know, and you know, but her being like, I love you, you know, it was like, oh, rad, this feels good, you know.
I loved it because I think vocally you two match each other, like you're the female and male equivalent of each other. It's not like your soul voice and then a pretty, like, you know, kind of female voice. It's like you guys are like, you know, toe to toe with that voice.
Yeah, and I like that. And then when we got to do kind of like alternate versions, these acoustic versions later on, and we kind of sang it live together, and it was I love it because I can kind of lay back and let her just like deliver. Like, she has such a powerful voice. So
cool. Well, you guys should watch the video if you haven't. So Tied Up with Bishop Briggs. It's really great. It just moved me today. I want to talk about LA Divine, the album. I love your quotes, your LA quotes. You've doing Jack Kerouac on Twitter, Denzel Washington, about LA. And I'm looking at the track listing for LA Divine, and you know, I was like, oh, Wilshire Protest. That has to be about Stuck on the 405. Like, what else could that be? No, I'm kidding. You have LA River. You know, if I wrote an album about LA, it would be about stuck in traffic and tacos. But, you know, what does LA Divine mean to you guys? Like, what are the themes in this album?
Still learning how to talk about it, but, you know, I think, I think it's the neighborhoods that, I guess, like you were saying, like, even, you know, kidding, but like traffic and tacos and the things that are very much part of our lives, but like, you know, the places that are less, I guess, notoriously thought of when people think of LA. And you know, I think to LA in any kind, you know, music, movies, books, it's the most like referred to place, so there's like a danger of being overly familiar with it. But I think to kind of like recontextualize, show it in a little bit different way, with a little more of like, I don't know, some more East Side neighborhoods, some different imagery that I think is new to people in the big world outside of LA.
You started with Miracle Mile, like, you know, in the last one, so you're kind of still delving into it, which I think is cool. It's proud to be LA. I know there's a dark underbelly, and some of that's, you know, what's happening here, but that's cool. So,
Yeah,
LA. I want to talk about your itinerary. I had to write it down because next week, you guys do know what you have going on, right? Let's do this.
Let's take it one day at a time.
Wednesday of next week, Jimmy Kimmel Live. You're performing. Thursday, you're doing a pop-up shop in downtown LA. Mm-hmm. Now, what's happening? Is it just a dance-off? Are you guys going to play? Like, what's happening?
A whole bunch of things are happening. The original idea had we had to whittle down. I think there's going to be a tattoo guy there, because we have all these symbols that are part of the record, and there's one of them is like designed by Mr. Most, is kind of like a cross LA thing. It's like a little bit of a riff on like a LA Dodger logo, but it's almost kind of like a cross inside of it for the LA Divine thing. I want to have you can go and get that tattoo for free.
Anyone tattoos?
Zoe, let's get it together, Zoe.
Do you have it tattooed on you?
I don't have any tattoos. No, I stay away from them. But
So
maybe
them?
Thursday. Maybe
He just
Thursday.
designs
Yeah.
them.
And you scar other people, but you don't want to do
I'm gonna get like
it.
a 2-foot one on my back.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
on
You'd be like
Thursday.
Henry Rollins. Like,
Yeah.
take a picture
I'm gonna
of you.
show up Henry Rollins.
So then Friday the album's out, LA Divine. So that's a week from tomorrow. And then Saturday you're doing Fingerprints. You're back in your old hood down in Long Beach. Which is, you know, a homecoming. Like, specifically Long Beach. You know, that's a place that really you cut your teeth in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool. It worked out great. They asked, and we were like, yeah, we're home right then. Perfect. It's
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you have a bunch of other. You're playing like every festival. I think I've seen that exists.
Yeah.
You
if
are.
we're not this year, it's because we did last year. Yeah.
Do you like the festival atmosphere, you guys? You bump into friends, you know?
Yeah, I like it for a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
a few hours every 2 weeks.
It's a
Every 3
weird,
weeks.
like, kind of polarized life when you do club shows and festivals, and like they're so opposite. And festival is all sun and outdoors and social, but it's great. Yeah, I love it.
Well, thank you again for playing here today. This has been super fun.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much. Yeah.
I feel like every time I see you, you get better, and I'm like, how is that possible? You were like awesome on the first album.
That's the idea.
So thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Cold
thank you.
War
It's a
Kids,
pleasure.
LA